Hello friends, this is Raman Gill with your weekly Forex market analysis for the week of April 17th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading Forex is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. If you have questions about your individual investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. We'll start the week off by taking a look at our economic calendar here. On Sunday here, we have positive GDP numbers for China as well as positive industrial production numbers. And then on Monday here, we have Bank of Japan Governor Kuroda speaking. It is a bank holiday for the Eurozone. In the US here, we have Empire State Manufacturing Index numbers coming out, but it may be a slow start to the week with the Easter long weekend here as well. In the evening here, Asian session, we have monetary policy meeting minutes for Australia. This is an important news item for Australia because market will be looking to see what the central bank thinks about Australian economy here. Going into Tuesday here, we have building permits for the US, which is important, as well as this capacity utilization rate and industrial production number. Housing starts here as well, important numbers for the US. We also have GDT price index for New Zealand, which is the dairy prices, and for New Zealand dollar, dairy prices are very important because it's one of their important exports, so this will be important for New Zealand dollar here. Going into Wednesday, we have CPI numbers for the Eurozone as well as crude oil inventories for US. Inflation numbers for New Zealand dollar, inflation numbers are very important, so keep that in mind. On Friday, we saw negative inflation numbers as well as retail sales numbers come out for the US dollar, and as a result, we have seen the US dollar move lower. So combined with the geopolitical risk in the US as well as the negative inflation and retail sales numbers, as well as President Trump wanting to see a lower dollar as well as wanting to keep the interest rates lower, that is weighing heavily on US dollar at the moment. So inflation data is very important here. Thursday, we have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index as well as employment data for the US dollar here. Very important for British pound here. We have Bank of England Governor Carney speaking. On Friday, we have PMI numbers out of the Eurozone and then retail sales number for British pound. And in the US session here, we have inflation data for Canadian dollar, as well as here FOMC member Kashkari speaking for the US. Let's move on to the charts here. We are looking at Euro US dollar weekly chart. We did see the price drop here last week for Euro dollar. However, based on President Trump's comments about US dollar being too strong and wanting to see a lower interest rate, we have seen this push up in the US dollar. At this point, Euro US dollar is being weighed down by political risks in the Eurozone, especially with the French election. That's why we haven't seen a big move in the Euro. However, it is not to be discounted. Euro has not been able to break below 105.80 level here. So this will be the key level this week as well. If we see the price break below this level, 105.80 level, then we are looking for a further move to the downside, potentially into 104.80 level. However, if this level holds as it is holding at the moment, we are looking for a further move to the upside at 10700 level. So 105.80 will be a key level for this week. If it does break to the downside, we are looking for 104.80. If it holds, if the support holds at this level, we're looking for a potential move higher to 107. Moving on to pound US dollar weekly chart here, we did see a reversal of this move to the downside. At this point, this is a very bullish weekly close, and the next level that we are looking for at this point is 1.2620 level, the top of this range here. So that will be a key level. If the price breaks through 12620 level, the next level to the upside would be 127. At this point, it is a very bullish close for the week on pound US dollar, and as a result, we are looking for a further move to the upside. Looking at dollar CAD here, we have broken down below this previous levels we were watching. Now the support level here is 13200. If the price holds above this level, we are looking for a further move to the upside here, but we could see the price come down and test the 13200 level, and that will be the deciding factor. It is an important support and resistance area, so this could hold. If it holds, we're looking for move back into the middle of the range here and even potentially into the top of the range. So this is the 250 pip range that we're watching at this point. It is likely to move to the downside towards 132 and looking for 13200 level to hold for a potential move back into the range. Looking at Aussie US dollar here, we did have a weekly bullish close here, and as a result we are looking for a move to the upside. Price was not able to break below this 74.80 level, at least it did not hold below 74.80 level, and as a result here we are looking for another move to the upside. We do have the monetary policy meeting minutes coming out for Aussie, and that could have a big impact on Australian dollar. If the tone of the central bank is positive, we are likely to see the Australian dollar push up. However, if the central bank is negative or dovish on the Australian economy, we could see the price come back and test the lows here at 74.80. At this point, the weekly close is very bullish, and as a result, we are looking for a move to the upside. The target here is 77.50, but we could see the price just come into 7700, and that would be a key level. New Zealand US dollar here, we did see a double bottom. Price could not hold below the 6900 level, and now we have seen a very bullish close for the week here. As a result, we are looking for another move to the upside. The target here is 7100, which is the top of the pin here, and if the price holds above the 7100 level, the next target level is 7250, which is the top of these pins. So for this week, just to keep in mind, the markets are slow this week, just with the low volumes because of Easter long weekend. Once the traders come back to their desks on Tuesday, we should see a pickup in liquidity in the market. So be careful with trading on Monday, because we could see lower liquidity market conditions, which means the moves could be exaggerated. Another thing to keep in mind this week is that we have heightened geopolitical risk at the moment. We did see the missile attacks on Syria from the US, and now after the failed tests from North Korea, there is a heightened geopolitical risk of further complications with North Korea and the US. So that's something to keep in mind. We could see Japanese yen getting strengthened, as well as gold getting strengthened. Anytime there is risk in the market, money tends to flow into safe haven classes, which will be gold, Japanese yen. So keep that in mind. Make sure you keep your trade sizes small, because when there is risk in the market, we could see sudden price moves. So that's it for now. I will see you next time.